But then the second thing is, which kind of is in contrast to that that idea, is this anti-socialism idea, which is so strong in middle class environments, especially big business people. They're such proponents of free markets and capitalism that socialism is almost a plague to them. But I think there is so much space for the state to use and steward the people's money wisely to provide good education, for instance. If we can get that right, and people welcome that, and they say, you know what, the state does have a part to play in uplifting society, and providing things like good quality education, good quality healthcare. But the capitalist would immediately respond, and there's probably going to be some capitalists and free market libertarian thinkers who are listening to this right now and say, oh, stuff that, James. People need to work hard and pay for their own healthcare. They need to work hard and pay for their own education. But in South Africa especially, I've seen firsthand that some people, they had no choice in whether they can work hard or not, because a guy who's working in a mine is working his ass off 9-10 hours a day, but he's only getting the equivalent of $500 to $700, 400 pounds a month. But he's working harder than most CEOs, who granted maybe working 12-hour days, but sitting in a comfortable air-conned office, can take coffee breaks, lunch breaks, eat at the best restaurants, where this oak's working just as hard down in the ground, earning 400 pounds a month. So this whole thing of you must work hard, come on, that guy didn't have a choice. He's not educated enough. He didn't get enough. He didn't have opportunities to get a good education, to go to university, etc., etc. So that's where the state has to play a role. And these libertarian thinkers need to just tone down their capitalist freedom. And I'm a capitalist. I believe in capitalism. But I believe that there's a movement called conscious capitalism, which is becoming more and more talked about in these kind of socioeconomic dialogues, and I think though that has to happen, where we're not scared of socialism anymore. Actually, let's just look at how government can steward their taxes wisely and progress their economies and their countries in a better way.
Yeah, because it's it makes. I'm also positive about Africa in particular. I read a book called Factfulness. I forget the author now. He passed away recently, but he spoke about how we tend to see things negatively because the media may want to have these stories that are negative because it's more dramatic, it's more powerful to read. People might see this headline and grab that. But he spoke about some very positive things and how Africa has improved over time. But what strikes me is that it can't be left, you just said it yourself, is that it can't be left to each individual just to try and dig themselves out of that environment. It has to be a collective, let's bring each other up, let's help each other to make this place a better place, instead of, well, you're on your own, buddy, go and try and sort it out.